Oh, I didn't even like actually finish looking at the white balance. Whoops. Welcome to the new wall, everyone. It's the same postcards, but different wall. Let's get right down to brass goddamn tacks, okay? I, Nisa Nisi Pisa, have officially put too much incriminating, humiliating, and embarrassing information about myself on Al Gore's internet, and it's time to level the playing field. I have made not one, not two, but 3 different videos exposing all of you to my incredibly cringy Tumblr, and I've realized that I have created a power imbalance in our relationship, our deeply, deeply parasocial relationship, in which you guys have seen me humiliate myself, prostrate myself at the gates of entertainment just for your benefit. But I have not received the same grace from you. Earlier today, I posted an incredibly unflattering Instagram story asking you guys to send me embarrassing moments from your own lives. And I am just gonna read them and we're gonna laugh together. Obviously, before anyone asks, I'm not gonna be using anyone's name or username unless you are one of my YouTuber friends, in which case I will fully and gleefully expose you. To all of my 70,000 subscribers, that just happened like 2 hours ago. Thank you. Oh my God, you know what this is like? Did you guys ever read 17 magazine when you were youths? Every time I'd get my issue in the mail every month, I would crack it open and make a beeline for the end of the magazine just so I could read the Trauma-rama section. The Trauma-rama section was just embarrassing moments. It made me feel very seen because it was like, wow, if the pretty, cool, fashionable girls who read 17 magazine have embarrassing moments just like me, maybe I'm cool and fashionable too. Let's get to it. One time, I got suspended because I made fan accounts for my 6th grade science teacher. Like on Facebook and Insta, and all the posts were screenshots of photos of him during school volleyball games that I zoomed in up close on his ass. And the captions were like, he got dump truck. You can't do that. This one hits home. I know it's the first one, but it hits home. I was a teacher, and not to flatter myself, but I did have some students who like had crushes on me, and it's so weird and uncomfortable. If that happened to me, I would literally move. I mean, like, both if I were the person who made the fan accounts and if I were the teacher who had fan accounts made out of them. Just because someone has a dump truck does not mean you need to call attention to it. I feel like we're at a sleepover. Do you guys want popcorn? I sent a saucy pic to a dude I was hooking up with, and he responded, "Thanks, but I'm with my family." Oops, guess who doesn't have a dad and forgot about Father's Day. One time in high school, we were passing around little diorama boxes we made, and this one dude worked so hard to recreate an Egyptian tomb scene. When I got the chance to hold it, it straight up slipped out of my hands and shattered on the floor in front of the whole class. He was very forgiving, but it still haunts me to this day. I work in art galleries now, and I regard that scene as a cautionary tale whenever I help move a $5,000 painting. Good God! That's, again, some type of nonsense that would happen to me. I feel like my hands are so clammy and sweaty all the time. Speaking of which, isn't it weird that there's 2 adjectives that come from the name of shellfish? There's clammy, for when your hands are all sweaty and wet and damp and moist. And there's also crabby, and we all know what crabby means. It's when you are red and you bite people with your hands. Why is there no shrimply or like lobsterly? Muscly? Well, no, human beings have muscles. I was really about to be like, is that because of the shellfish muscles? No, it's probably because of like the musculoskeletal system that's like in your body. Listen, girl, I'm not a scientician. I'm really not, and that's fine because I am so beautiful. So it looks like we've got a period story, which is not something I can relate to because I don't menstruate. I just choose not to. So I was a sophomore in high school and decided to wear this cream colored, oh Christ, all lace dress to school, which was my first mistake since I had my period, and decided to use a tampon for the first time. Oh no. Oh no. Cut to 3rd class of the day and I got up to throw something out and no, they were in class. Cut to 3rd class of the day and I got up to throw something out and I glanced at my chair. A puddle. A whole ass puddle. Oh no. I sat back down immediately and waited until my class was over and everyone left the room, and my teacher, bless her heart, kept everyone from the next class in the hallway until I had cleaned myself and my chair up, literally looked like someone had been murdered. Then I had to waddle to the bathroom with paper towel balled up between my legs to try and take care of it. Not too much had gotten on my dress and I thought I was in the clear, so I left the bathroom. Nope. Oh no! I had left oh my god! I had left a trail of drips from my class to the bathroom. I ended up going home for the day because I was so done. I hope your life has been amazing since then, because God straight owes you for that. We might have to cancel God for doing that to you. When you were a sophomore, categorically the worst thing a person can be. Well, okay, I mean, not like that. I just mean being a sophomore in high school sucks. It's unfortunate. If you're a sophomore in high school now, sound off in the comments. Are you happy? It gets better. You will age out of being a high school sophomore, and then you can be a hot 26-year-old like me. Oh, I have another period one. I bled so much on my stool in class once that it is still stained 4 years later! Oh my god, what is your blood made out of? Beetroot juice? Like, what? How? Is that a thing? Again, as I've mentioned, I do not menstruate. I just checked the box not to when I was asked. I feel like a lot of people didn't see the box on the form that's like, do you want to have a period or not? And I just said no. So I don't really know what everyone's complaining about. Oh my god, that's devastating. At school, I don't talk with my mic. I just use chat, so my teacher disabled chat to stop me. I love the way this is worded, like disable chat to stop me, like you're a supervillain. Oh my god, queen. Okay, this one is sexual, this one's spicy, this one's got some cayenne pepper on it. Bruh, throwing up during oral sex is actually mortifying. Yeah, I'd imagine it is. I would definitely agree. Hold on, not agree, but assume you are correct. Not agree. Like I have real world experience. No. I peed myself when I was 11 because I couldn't get my belt off. Blamed it on the dog. Man, 11? What kind of belt? What kind of, was it one of these? The two little metal loops and you gotta like weave the belt in through them. Has anyone ever been able to figure those out? These were black magic. So if it was one of those, I feel you. Was it like a white Hot Topic studded belt? Please say yes. This one makes me sad. Shit myself at work once. Dunkin' hot chocolate just goes right through ya. No, it doesn't! Hot chocolate, like no caffeine. Hot chocolate. What's going on in your GI tract, bruh? That's hysterical. Didn't know graffiti was a crime as a child. Ended up drawing all over my elementary school wall. That's adorable. When I was 12, I told my oh, this person's not American. When I was 12, I told my year 6 teacher that I was menopausal, not understanding what it meant. Aww, that's adorable. Menopausal. Imagine a 12-year-old telling you they're menopausal. That's so funny. How is your day, Gemma? And she's like, well, I'm a bit menopausal. Some of these are too explicit. Like, I can't say some of these things on YouTube, man. There's like 2 other ones about vomiting during oral sex. You gotta get the sprays. I mean, there are solutions. Took off my shirt in a public pool and a kid pointed and said, look mom, chi-chis. I'm a boy. Man. You know what? I've just accepted that this video is getting insta demonetized. Having sex with an ex and shat myself. First time I've ever admitted that. Yeah. I think if that happened to me, I would dig a hole in the ground and get inside of it. Next one. Once I fell down the stairs at a party and no one noticed. How is that embarrassing? That's a blessing. Today I realized I cut my hair shorter on one side of my head. Oh no, how long have you been walking around like that? This is like when I used to use the Neutrogena Shine Control powder when I was a sophomore in college. I only did my makeup in natural lighting, so I didn't notice how entirely too light it was for my face. And I'd been doing this for the literal entire school year. Every day I was coating my face in Neutrogena Shine Control powder to keep my shine controlled. And then I happened to be in a bathroom on campus that I hadn't been to before that had fluorescent lighting, turned on the light. Casper, the friendly bitch. So I'd looked like that every time I'd gone anywhere with fluorescent lighting for the whole school year. And I wondered why nobody courted me in college. Well, they thought you were a ghost haunting the campus, that's why. They were like, oh my God, it's her. Sarah Lawrence herself. Ooh. Give me $60,000. This is from a friend of mine. I was going up an escalator wearing my hottest hot pants, and the woman behind me stopped me and said, "You have something hanging out of your pants." My pad was free falling as I roamed through Target. Dido's white flag could never. I almost broke the microwave at work because I didn't know Olive Garden used tin foil in their bags. This one is also from an IRL friend of mine. I accidentally knocked my mother unconscious while playing t-ball. Is it possible for me to sit in a chair normally? Jesus. Of course not. Pants fall down as I'm on crutches walking into my last day of sophomore year. Again, like, is being a sophomore just a curse? Who has ever had a good time as a sophomore? In high school, I had a great time as a sophomore in college, but mostly because I was drunk a lot. This one's kind of graphic. I got, whatever. I got BJ preferences mixed up between two guys and gave the wrong guy a rougher BJ. This is why you need to keep a day planner. Color code, baby, color code. I'm glad I wore a liquid lipstick for this because I'm doing this a lot, and if I had gloss on, oh girl, my hand would be super messy. Stila. My parents and I went to this restaurant and my parents were like, wow, this glass is so thin, so cool. And my dumbass was like, wow, it really is. And I bit it, the glass, it broke in my mouth full of glass. We got yelled at in Italian and had to pay and leave. 13-year-old me. You could have stopped right there. Being 13 is the most embarrassing thing possible. Being 13 is devastating. Anyway, 13-year-old me was really sweaty after phys ed, and so I sat on a table trying to look badass. Were you like this? Or you, hold on, let me try to demonstrate how I think you were probably sitting. Were you like this? Were you like trying to like, you know? Honestly, like sitting on a table when you're in middle school is kind of a power move. I'm so sorry, I keep interrupting myself. I'm gonna start over. 13-year-old me was really sweaty after phys ed, and so I sat on a table trying to look badass and cool in front of my crush. And I was posing with my leg on the table and acting all chill, and when I had to get up to get water from the fountain, I left the fattest butt and thigh sweat mark on the entire planet for my crush to see in full view whilst I was gone. And when I got back to the table, I realized what had happened, so teenage me thought I should just blank face stare at the sweat stain on the table for a solid 3 minutes whilst my crush just sat there awkwardly. Yeah, honestly, that is the thing I was the most afraid of for all of high school. I'm an incredibly sweaty person. I'm doing some right now. It's called multitasking. I'm afraid currently, like in my regular adult 26-and-a-half-year-old life, of leaving sweat stains on chairs when I get up. It plagues my every waking move. Oh, I was 12 at a friend's cabin, forgot to bring pads. My homemade toilet paper ones clogged the toilet and made it overflow. 12. Oh. There is a thing called too much lube. Live and learn. Thank you. I will live and learn. Oh my God. Oh my God. I shat myself in public and had to calmly take an Uber pretending like the driver and I didn't smell it. Yeah. Yeah. No. That's so bad. That's so bad. Jesus, more. I shit myself in front of my doctor while I was getting my IUD in and he just had to help clean me up. So like not only were you getting an IUD in, which I've heard is wildly unpleasant, like while he was down. But you know what? Was your doctor cute? Because if so, that's kind of a meet cute. You know what I mean? It could be. I liked an older football boy in 9th grade and I texted him daily. I tried to talk to him IRL at lunch and he had his whole squad laughing at me. So tragic. Where does he live? Where does he goddamn live? You know what? I hope he shits himself while he's at the doctor. And I hope the doctor doesn't help him. I hope he doesn't. When asked for an artist by my lecturer, I said, Leonardo da Vinci. He didn't know the meme. Of course he didn't know the meme. You thought your lecturer was on TikTok, babe? No. Sharted on my boyfriend's mom's white couch in high school. You guys gotta start carrying Pepto-Bismol around with you like I did when I was in high school, because I got a lot of anxiety-based stomach aches. Oh man. One time I was riding my electric scooter at night with a ton of grocery bags on the handle. I noticed headlights coming up behind me, so I turned around to look because, you know, safety. And I guess turning around caused my arms to move the handle and I ran straight into the curb. I went flying along with all my bags and landed face first on the sidewalk and slid. The car slowed down a little, but when I turned and looked at it, they drove off. I'm so sorry, but the mental image of someone on an electric scooter just losing control of the scooter and just catastrophically spilling groceries everywhere is so funny. I reached my hand over to the bathroom stall beside me and said, "Hey girl," and it wasn't my friend. No. Dude's bed was overly lofted and I struggled to get my badonkadonk up. It was a very silent 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes. I hope you're exaggerating. That is such a long time. He didn't help you? Did you still, when you got up there? Because if so, no. If he's not gonna help you get it up there, he does not deserve to interface with it. You feel me? Where does he live? Him and the other guy, the lunch crush. Where do they live? You can tell me. I can keep secrets. I once lay down on a folding bed in an IKEA and it started to fold up with me in it. My mother was across the shop floor and didn't hear my yelps. No one helped me. You gotta be careful doing stuff like that. Very few people know this, but if you wind up trapped in an IKEA after it closes, you actually will transform into a piece of furniture. All of the stuffed animals at IKEA are the souls of people who became furniture after being trapped in an IKEA after closing. Usually because a bed closed up on them. So be careful, or this could be you. You know, and I know y'all, you're gonna be like, I wanna be a bear. I wanna be a little stuffed bear, head empty, full of only stuffing, know nothing but be bare and be soft. I know how you'd all talk. I know what you're gonna say. And you're right. You're absolutely correct. Oof. My crush rejected me and I responded by giving him finger guns. Are you okay? Are you okay? I would do that too. I was in 8th year French and farted so loud I made another student jump in surprise. Ooh. I once got drunk before a baseball game and puked 3 rows ahead of me at the game. 3? Not 3. Oh God. In high school, I went to Paris with my French class and I ate the plane dinner on the way there, like the airplane food. Anyways, I got food poisoning and shit myself in front of the Arc de Triomphe. No. Got married at 23, divorced at 29. Divorced before 30 is not my favorite look. That's not embarrassing. You were in love, and that's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing to experience. And then you realized it wasn't working, and you got out, you made a very difficult choice and decision. And now you have so much time to do other amazing romantic things with your life. You need to look at this as an opportunity, not as something shameful, okay? I accidentally made fun of a dyslexic girl's spelling at a party. Oh man! I popped my pussy too hard at acapella prom and ripped my pants like SpongeBob. Listen, if it's an acapella themed event, ripping your pants like SpongeBob is probably like the 18th most embarrassing thing happening. If it's around people who do acapella, baby, I promise you, everybody else is doing something cringier than you. I did acapella in college. I know firsthand how goddamn embarrassing people who do acapella are. Are we talented? Of course. Humiliating to be around? Absolutely. Worse than theater kids? Freshman year, helped set up a school art show and walked into a row of ceramics and broke all of it. Oh my God. I think I would just start running. I would just pick a direction and go. I once showed up in full drag to a party full of straight men. Felt like a hairy Elle Woods on Halloween. Anything that brings us closer to our Lord and Savior Elle Woods, I consider to be a blessing, so I don't consider that embarrassing. You showed them what they should be dressing like. That's what you did. You provided a service. I was having sex with a very attractive woman and forgot my menstrual cup was in. She felt it, and I wanted to throw myself into the sun. I'm sorry about that. Anybody in relationships where both of you menstruate and both use menstrual cups, do you guys ever just kind of like, cheers? Cheers. This is very fun. This one might be my favorite of all of them. Age 13. Full-on goth, fell down entire flight of stairs cause baggy pants soaked up rain. You tripped in the trip pants. You tripped in the trip pants! That one's my favorite. So funny. Soaked up rain. Accidentally threw a backpack with a metal water bottle inside at someone's head. She's okay, luckily. I've sharded myself more times as an adult than I'd like to admit. How many times is that exactly? How many times would you like to admit, I think is my question. At the age of 15, I passed out and pissed myself in front of a crowd at a NASCAR event. Baby, a NASCAR event? You were not the only person who passed out and pissed themselves, I promise you. I got hit in the face with those t-shirt guns at a baseball game. And it broke my glasses. Aw. That is probably the dorkiest way to become injured imaginable. No, the dorkiest way to become injured actually is tripping on your shoelaces while skipping down a hill and falling off the sidewalk and fracturing a metatarsal bone in your foot. That's the dorkiest way to injure yourself. Fortunately, I can't think of a single person that's happened to. So, kind of a moot point. I was 8, went to the movies to see Crossroads. Not a Girl, Not Yet a Woman comes on. I sing out, not yet a woman, at the wrong part. It was mortifying and the whole theater laughed. I mean, first of all, even at 8, you gotta know not to sing out loud in a movie, but oh man, oh god, that hurts. The drama of that song, the build of that song. I feel like I'd be embarrassed not because I sang it at the wrong part and people heard me, but I did a disservice to the song by not like nailing that timing. I had the answers to everything. Ooh, I'm gonna cry. Let me not. Oh my god. I once was trying to imitate someone's voice and I ended up swallowing a hard candy and it ended up being stuck in my throat for a good 15 minutes until it got small. That's the scariest thing I could imagine happening to me. Are you okay? Got my period in khaki Bermuda shorts on the first day of my new job at an amusement park. Reading this was like being punched in the face 4 times. Got my period in khaki Bermuda shorts on the first day of my new job at an amusement park. I unknowingly had a blood stain the entire day. No one said anything. To this day, I don't know if I got blood on any of the chairs and unintentionally passed my blood onto someone else's ass. No one said anything? Oh my god, I would fight everyone in my life. I would show up at their house just like, let's go. They're like, what's wrong, Nissan? What's wrong? What's wrong? You didn't tell me that I was looking like Oren Ishii for the entire day. Let's go. Fisticuffs now. I would swing on everyone I had seen that day. Are you kidding me? Salivate over a man I found on TikTok. Yeah, that was not fun. I am never gonna judge anyone for their crush on someone on social media. We all know that I have a crush on Redacted. I said I wasn't gonna announce when I have crushes on other YouTubers anymore. I have had a thing happened where the in real life friend of a YouTuber that I said in a video that I had a crush on told them about it and then they DM'd me nicely to say that they thought I was funny, but I sure absolutely did start screaming. You guys don't need to know everything about me. This entire video is about me not embarrassing myself anymore. God damn it. I projectile vomited 20 minutes into a 9-hour bus ride. I puked all over like 4 different people. So what now? I would pull the emergency brake, pop one of those windows out, and just take to the woods. No, I don't need to be in civilization anymore. Oh my god. I used to record lectures on my phone, and one time I forgot to pause it and went to the bathroom. This guy in my class asked for my recording of the lecture since he missed it. I sent it to him and forgot there was sound of me peeing halfway through the lecture. That could also be a meet cute, or it could lead to him discovering something about himself, him listening to that like, this better not awaken anything in me. Oh my goodness, oh my god, oh my god. I don't know if I can say this one. One time, I came so hard while my ex was going down on me that I farted directly in his face. Wait, oh my god, is that why he's your ex? Oh my god! I think I would be so embarrassed by that I would cease to exist. Like I would vanish like I'd been Thanos snapped. The fact that you are still alive means you are strong and a warrior and powerful, and also good for you. You know? Good for you. Hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, so I first misread this as ex, and now I see that it says dad, and that doesn't mean anything to you yet because I haven't read it yet, but okay. Learned my dad, I don't know if I can physically say this sentence. Learned my dad has a Zorro fetish. Found a Zorro mask and lube on a Consumer Reports magazine. Somehow the Consumer Reports magazine is what makes this for me. How do you even develop that fetish? Sometimes I read things and I'm like, you know what? Maybe not having a dad isn't so bad. Because I don't think I'd be strong enough if this happened with my father. My boss somehow found out I take beginner pole dancing and twerk classes on the weekend. Oh, so your boss found out that you're cool as hell? Got sized for a bra and thought she was trying to hug me as she wrapped the tape measure around. That's so cute. People who work at lingerie stores and do bra fittings are like the sweetest, most accommodating people in the world. There have been times where I've been at bra fittings in my little silk robe while they're measuring me and I'm just like, can I like tell you about my day? You just seem like a really good listener. Child, I love getting fitted for bras. Are you kidding me? It's like my favorite thing to do shopping wise. I just walk in there and I'm like, here, can you do something with this? I specifically asked my group chat friends to send me embarrassing moments. Okay, this is Abby's. This is my friend Abby. So I have a collection of adult toys and I used to keep them in the bathroom closet when I lived by myself. My sister moved in with me and I failed to actually move them into my room closet, so she just knew they were there. We have our friend Katie over and I go to grab something from the closet, just realizing that there are several dildos, and I quickly shut it thinking I'm being sneaky. Then my sister cackles as she leaves the bathroom. She was brushing her teeth at the time. She says something to the effect of, "Abby, I know that's your dildo closet. You're not sneaky at all." She and Katie proceeded to laugh for way too long about it, and from then on, even though I moved everything out of it, we still call it the dildo closet. That's adorable.
Okay, I have one. When Matt and I first started dating, it was obviously hard for us to have private time, quote unquote.
Oh, Lacey, no.
And his mom, my now mother-in-law, had gone somewhere and sent Matt a text that said, "Be back at 10. So he was like, oh, let's go to my house. Now's the perfect time. The text actually said, be home in 10, not be home at 10.
I know this story and I'm still...
And needless to say, not only were we caught in the act, but I was then subsequently yelled at in his driveway because of it.
Oh, Lacey!
Nisa. I think we all know that I have some embarrassing stories. Let me just go through the catalog in my brain. and I'll get back to you soon.
Hello guys, Editing Nisa here to deliver you my friend Smokey Glow's embarrassing moment. When I was a kid, I obviously did a ton of theater, but one of my biggest roles was with a more professional theater company, and I was going to play Chip in Beauty and the Beast. I was like the only child in the cast, and also my whole part was being inside of this cart that had a mirror effect, so all you could see was my head, and I had this hat that looked like a chipped teacup. I feel it's important to note that the costumes for the show were super intense, and the main characters, like the candlestick dude and Mrs. the candlestick dude? His name is Lumiere. Sorry, this is her story. The main characters, like the candlestick dude and Mrs. Potts, had absolutely zero mobility in their costumes because they couldn't use their hands. So one night, it was like our 4th or 5th show, and I was just sitting in my cart, like waiting to sing my part during Beauty and the Beast, and all of a sudden I start feeling the cart move. The spoon that brought me out forgot to put the brakes on it. So slowly but surely the cart started rolling down stage towards the pit as everyone is singing. Literally no adults could help me because they were dressed like pots and pans. I had one wheel fall towards the stage and fell down, and then someone ran from behind the stage and pulled me back. But I remember sobbing because we got backstage and our director, who I was super afraid of, was screaming about it and thinking it was my fault. And later my mom said the entire audience was whispering about it, and I still look back on that day as the most scared and most embarrassed I've ever been on stage. Oh, Hannah. This makes me little Hannah scared for her life. Dressed like a teacup. Bonjour, friends. Really more like, au revoir, friends. I think that's quite enough. I think you'd probably agree. My head is so full of so many horrible things, but you know what? I feel like I have done what I set out to do. In my homage to 17 Magazine's Trauma-Rama section, I have corrected the scales. We're even now. I'm humiliated and you're humiliated. It's equality. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this video, but before you leave, I'm gonna need you to do a quick favor for me. My roommate just came home. Hey. Orly, do you want to participate?
Hey, Yogi.
Do you want to be part of the video? You guys, I gotta go because it is dog time. It's dog time.
Dog time.
I think this is all they need. I don't think I actually have to say a proper goodbye.
Hey, your parade underworking.
Oh, nice.
And mine has not. When did you order?
I don't know, probably before yours. Okay, here's a bonus embarrassing moment for you since you watched the entire video. A couple months ago, I had to contact the IT department at my job to get help setting something up on my laptop. And in order to properly set it up, for whatever reason, I needed to share my screen with them and open a Finder window. And upon doing that, it showed my recent downloads. And I had recently downloaded some things that had some very interesting file names. And so I went, whoops, and then closed the window very quickly and then was like, so what do you need me to open? Sorry. Hopefully I was fast enough, but I probably wasn't.